So, I read Caitlin's book.
Stop.
Yeah.
And?
She has her thoughts, and you have your...
What if I told you that one woman could turn scandal, heartbreak, and chaos into the foundation of a billion-dollar empire? That's exactly what Kris Jenner did. From humble beginnings in San Diego to the dizzying heights of Hollywood boardrooms, her story isn't just about survival. It's about control, strategy, and relentless ambition. But was it brilliance, luck, or something far more calculated that transformed Kris into the most feared and admired figure in celebrity culture? Kris Jenner didn't start with fame or fortune. Her childhood was shaped by loss and instability. Her parents divorced when she was just 7, and tragedy struck again when she lost 2 father figures in separate car accidents. Those experiences left a young Kris with a deep fear of abandonment, but they also sparked a resilience and determination that would define her future. To help her mother, MJ, make ends meet, Kris took on odd jobs as a teenager, working at a donut shop and later as a flight attendant. These early years weren't glamorous, but they were formative. Kris learned discipline, presentation, and the ability to manage people, skills that would later become the foundation of her empire. Even as a young woman, Kris understood the importance of ambition and opportunity. While dating professional golfer Cesar Sanudo, she secretly began a romance with Robert Kardashian, a wealthy Beverly Hills attorney, whose name would later become legendary during the O.J. Simpson trial. By 1978, at just 22 years old, Kris married Robert and stepped into a life of privilege. But this marriage, far from the fairy tale people imagined, came with restrictions and pressures. Robert reportedly controlled her spending, and the young Kris found herself chafing under the constraints. Rebellion followed, and a secret affair with Todd Waterman led to a painful divorce in 1991, something Kris later called her biggest regret. Yet, as painful as it was, that chapter freed her and introduced her to the lessons she would later use to build her dynasty. It was during this period of upheaval that Kris met Caitlyn Jenner, then an Olympic gold medalist known as Bruce Jenner, an Olympic gold medalist. Their connection was instant, and within months they married, blending their families and creating a new foundation. But the newlyweds were far from wealthy. Facing financial uncertainty, Kris didn't panic, she pivoted. She became Caitlyn's manager, booking speaking engagements, endorsement deals, and even infomercials about fitness and lifestyle products. These weren't just survival strategies. They were lessons in production, branding, and business. For Kris, it was a training ground where she realized she had a gift not just for building careers, but for building empires. By the mid-2000s, Kris had transformed from a manager hustling to pay bills into a visionary strategist shaping careers. And then came 2007, a year that changed everything. Kim Kardashian's private tape with Ray J leaked, an event that could have destroyed most families. But Kris saw opportunity instead of crisis. Drawing on her experience in television and her instincts for audience appetite, she pitched the concept of a reality series to Ryan Seacrest. That pitch led to Keeping Up with the Kardashians, a show that didn't just put her family on the map, it made them an obsession. What started as a marketing tool for boutiques like Smooch and Dash soon became a global stage, turning everyday family life into headline-grabbing, money-making moments. Behind the scenes, Kris's role was transformative. She negotiated contracts, secured deals, and carefully curated each child's public persona. Kim became the sex symbol, Kourtney the grounded personality, Khloe the humorous and relatable one, while Kendall and Kylie ascended in fashion and beauty. Kris ensured that each child was not just famous but a brand. She even trademarked the term Momager, cementing her reputation as both mother and business powerhouse. Jenner Communications, her production company, allowed Kris to control the machinery behind the family image. Every endorsement, photo shoot, and social media campaign passed through her hands, blending love with investment. Kris's genius didn't stop with reality television. She tried her hand at a talk show in 2013, Kris, bringing celebrity guests and even her son-in-law Kanye West for his first interview in years, though the show was short-lived. She wrote an autobiography, launched a cookbook, and co-founded the California Community Church in Beverly Hills, charging high membership fees and tithes. Each venture, whether fleeting or enduring, reinforced her mastery of branding, negotiation, and audience engagement. She understood that fame alone wasn't enough. Systems, businesses, and strategy were essential to keeping her family relevant and profitable. By the 2010s, Kris Jenner had evolved from managing a household into running a global brand juggernaut. Every major success, Kim's Skims, Kylie Cosmetics, Khloe's Good American, Kendall's modeling and tequila ventures, was part of a blueprint she orchestrated. Kris's strategic mind extended even to media narratives. Rumors suggest she stages conflicts, breakups, and public arguments, all to maintain engagement and visibility. Whether true or exaggerated, the result is the same. The Kardashian-Jenner family dominates the cultural conversation, while Kris ensures every venture maximizes profit and influence. From a young girl making ends meet in San Diego to a matriarch of a multi-billion-dollar empire, Kris Jenner's story is a masterclass in resilience, ambition, and calculated risk. She transformed setbacks into lessons, turning every heartbreak and scandal into an opportunity for growth and profit. Critics call her calculating, while fans call her brilliant, but one fact remains undeniable. Kris Jenner redefined what it means to be a mother, a manager, and a mogul. She proved that vision, relentless drive, and strategic thinking can turn even chaos into control. And now, we must ask ourselves, is Kris Jenner simply the smartest businesswoman in celebrity history? Or has she blurred the line between family and empire in ways we may never fully comprehend? What is clear is that her story is far from ordinary. It's a blueprint for power, influence, and the making of one of the most enduring dynasties in modern culture.